Why you think you need to put this out there now in a time when we are trying to rebuild, in a time when people are trying to unite the country because people are suffer and people divided and people angry and people, why you think this will go out there now? And you knew what you were doing, in my opinion. You know why me know? So you know what you did I do? Because as I said, you said to the left of you, they are giving food to the labor rights. You know what you didn't do? You didn't just take your phone and go so and show it. You could have just go so, you know. Because which part you stood, it seemed that they couldn't see you. So you could have just hold your phone and say, see it, and labor right them again. You know why you never do that? In my opinion, because you know say a lie you tell. But of course, red meat for your base. And the lies travel so fast that sometimes the truth struggle to catch up with it. And when the truth even catch up, the lie already cemented and people moved on. Like in the case of Buju Banton. People already moved on. They don't care about the truth no more. Darrell Vaz could have shown 1 million videos of the warehouse. Him could have shown 1 million videos of the things that go up on the truck. You already moved on. The lie won. It's nonsense about the truth shall be prevail. Okay. Truth shall prevail where? In which world? I must say when we go to heaven. Truth will prevail where? On which earth? The earth, yeah? This earth? That be foolishness. Rather, I don't know where I say, I don't know. Because everything when I have here, so, I read it to you. So what I don't know? What I don't know? Because everything else I read it. So what I don't know? I don't know that sister that was lying. So why she never just pan the video? I use her phone and just pan to the left and show where she attack. What? So you believe? Even after the minister said, are the workers then him did I give food? Him did I give package? Him say, are the people from the Justice Center? So you believe her? And that make you a winner then, brother. Rado.
Yes, Vegas. You say the thing about it, you know. Me not really have no much luck with you know, because we don't have a way of insulting and cursing out and all of that.
No, we're not doing that.
Necessary.
Well, I'm
right?
we're not Rado, you hear me?
Yeah, man, me hear you, man. Me hear you.
No,
You hear me?
we're not doing that on the
Yeah, me hear
platform, man. We're not doing that on the platform. We
Oh.
respect for each other on the platform. But
Well, that's good.
people
That's
can't
good.
hear
But
me. When you can't hear
this-
me, when you can't hear me. If you can't hear me, audience, say yes. So Rado, what makes it wrong? Help me out.
Yeah. All right. Let me tell you something, Vegas, about this whole thing. Because there clearly there must be some form of misunderstanding based on what you said, because you said the packages were for the justice staff. That's what you said, right?
That's what the minister said. No, that's what the minister said.
That's what the minister. But the thing about it, Vegas, at the times these ministers and these so-called people, politicians, so-called, some of them, tell a lot, lie through them teeth all the time, Vegas. You know it. A lot of times they lie through the truth and try through them teeth and try to cover it up and try to make us believe otherwise. But we who have sense and would have done our research and would have heard things from time to time would have come to a decision, to a conclusion to ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Because them have the track record of telling lies and half truth a lot of times. So most of the times when them talk, people don't believe them. That's the predicament that we're in.
You mean overall?
You
mean politicians? Do you mean politicians overall are in this case?
Politicians, but mainly the labor rights. Mainly the labor rights. And let me tell you something, Vegas. Because what has been happening on the ground is that things have been distributed in a partisan manner, right? So and that's the reason why.
By who?
Just
by who?
A lot of times, because we've been hearing that the PNP members have been neglected all the time. It's most of the times. A lot of times. I'm not saying PNP members not get some of the stuff.
Work with me. Me like to have factual information. See? So
right.
Is it a case where you know of that, or is that a case where you just hear?
Well, a lot of times I hear it. And I'm not surprised because I know that.
So you have no evidence. No, man. But you understand that subject.
No, hold on. Vegas, look here. What's the thing about it? You know? I am not one of those persons who just run with anything when we hear so. But when I hear things repeatedly. No, hold on. It's when you hear things repeatedly by the people, repeatedly. Listen to the term that I'm using. Repeatedly. Then I have no other options but to believe. You understand? And this is what we've been hearing happening on the ground. You understand? So that's why.
So me ask a question. If people tell lie upon you repeatedly, it becomes the truth?
No, but when I have a track record for telling lies, then when making people distrust you. Yeah.
True. Me understand that. So, but you would have to give me the imbalance where you said then are the different in ratio where you said the labor right them tell more lie than the PNP. You'd have to point to me the data.
Most of the times, Vegas. Most of the time. And don't put me on the spot now to say, well, tell me this or tell me that, because I am a grown man, right?
But how do we balance? For a person we don't know though. How them balance that though? How you feed somebody that information if them accept it and as yeah man a real thing with some form of evidence or data. Give me something when you understand me, sir. Become your reason as a balance bridging. So me know because oftentimes we get up and say, like me used to believe say PNP was the greatest thing, Michael Manley was the greatest thing.
You used to believe so.
Because I heard it a lot until I did my research on Michael Manley. I realized that Michael Manley own ideologies, may have put us into harm's way in them time there. See? So now because me hear something often and I hear something about somebody, it means we just accept it to be true. Because
but the thing about it, Vegas, the evidence is there. Evidence is there.
Right. So based on what that now. So based on the evidence. So based on the evidence that is there, and that me interested in it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not really going back. I'm not really going back in and just giving an
no. But I'm trying to say to you
because to say, well, I'm boss. But you to say to us, say the packages have been delivered in a partisan manner. Then there must be something to validate that.
Well, what is there to validate that, Vegas, is that the labor rights seems to be okay. They are fed up, they are taken care of. Meanwhile, the PNP are complaining, and not just the PNP, the mutual people who are standing aside and seeing what's happening. They are of the opinion that the labor rights have been distributing things in a partisan manner. The PNP have been shafted and other persons not receiving. A lot of reports we hear like that. And we know they have that sort of track record. Because let me tell you something. People sometimes, so that's why sometimes some people know, you have a lot of people now vote Vegas. Yes, now I'm going to tell you why.
Right.
A lot of people don't vote because they say they have seen for themselves that, you know, when a particular party in power, or, you know, I'm not saying that the PNP not do it too, you know. You understand? And sometimes some of these comrades will maybe say to the members of parliament or whatever, so them get him a labor right and whatever and so on or whatever. You understand? But I'm saying most cases...
I was straight to but you go slow though. When you said to me, say, labor rights now complain because them already get food.
Yeah, they now complain because them receiving.
Let me talk about each other. When you said to me, say, when you said to me, say, labor right now complain because them get food, and PNP are complaining because them not get no food. That is not so though. Because here we go now, hear me know that now. In a Trelawney, where is a labor right constituency basically. People don't enough people don't long after food reach them, you know, because them in maroon. Yeah, place in a St. James where the maroon, South St. James and them place there.
Yeah.
When people just never get food and a labor at them too. And if you watch even down a Fly Green place, people when we know down a St. Elizabeth brethren, when they link me them and say, yo, people can't reach some people, you know, brother. So the whole idea that where you have said people are complaining because them not get, or people are and people not complaining because they get, I think that is wrong still.
And look here, no, listen, Vegas, okay, one second, hold on.
Let me finish up. And those people on a whole, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that those people on a whole, bro, I suffer. I don't see it as labor right I get and PNP now I get, you know, bro. Me I see it as people. Yo, you realize, you see, we are a thing a light we're happening, bro. 900,000 people. Yeah? Suffered or suffering because of that disaster.
But the thing about it in Vegas, don't get me wrong, you know. I'm not saying that.
Let me finish and then jump in. That is almost rounded up to about 1 million people, bro. Bro, you know what's 1 million people, bro?
1 million people is a lot of people.
Bro, 1 million people no vote now. Brother, 1 million people vote in election? Do it maths.
No, our 800,000 or something like that, they vote completely. I think.
I remember half of Jamaica we are talking
less than a million. Less than a half.
Watch this now, no? Watch your argument. Watch your argument now. Come on, reason with sense, you know. You see? Because me not do that something the way me I try call you down a area, me I try disrespect you. We just a reason like a real reason.
Yeah. So we have a reason. If we have a labor right out the thing and PNP out the thing, brother. Half of the country damaged. And less that basically.
Less than more people than we vote then.
Yes.
Suffer another something.
Yes,
so
right.
Oh, JLP I get and PNP now I get. People are you know why I believe in my heart and soul? I believe that PNP are a labor right in that situation. I don't care about politics right now, my bro. Fair complete. Yo, come on, bro. Me think say we can't get up and have a bed to sleep now, have breakfast to eat. Don't even understand what them people are going through, and we will never understand.
No, man. And let me tell you something in Vegas. So, as I say for true, say, boy, we're not going through it, so we don't really understand. But you can just empathize, empathy, show a little empathy, and put yourself in the position. Say, like, I could be in that position. I can just imagine. I don't know exactly how them feeling in terms of the people who lose everything with them have. I don't know, but I can just imagine what they have been going through. So I know it can't be easy. And the thing about it in Vegas, let me tell you something. I went through hardship. I know what hardship is like. I'm not saying that I'm going through it necessarily now, because I'm a working person, always working and trying to eke out a living for myself and my family. So I know what it is like to work, and I know what it is like not to have anything. So I can just imagine. And when you're a people person, then you can put yourself, or you should put yourself into people's situation, and then you'll understand. Just imagine.
So I want to come back to here, so based on everything we just said, I think so we get to a point where we can understand each other. So when I listen to this now, and based on me, I say, when we there I politicize the thing and I didn't do what we do, people that they really are suffer. When I listen to this and tell me what you think. Yeah? Let's read this.
At the constituency office for Northeastern St. Elizabeth, only to be informed that right next door, if I turn my head to the left, I will see where apparently the Minister of Justice is here in the constituency. I hear that some handing over is taking place and some care packages apparently are being handed out. I really don't know because I have not been officially informed. Why do I raise this? I raise this because it appears as though there is a pattern. Because on Saturday, the Minister of Local Government also came into the constituency. There was no prior notice given to me as a member of Parliament. I was only informed that 60 care packages were given to the JLP Council for the Santa Cruz division. The PNP councils for the remaining 3 divisions did not know anything about the visit, and as Member of Parliament, I also was not informed about the visit. And I raise it because it raises serious questions. At the end of the day, we have to remember that we are the people's representatives, and we constantly say that we're not being partisan in how we approach the whole issue having to do with aid and relief distribution. But the truth is, actions speak louder than words, and actions leave much to be desired.
All right, so if you are the MP right now in a fair position, right?
Yes.
And you see Mr. Chuck come, and you are going to say, if you turn your head to the left,
you will see
the package, right? Why don't you just go out there and even show the people them so they can see what you see? Why would you do that though?
Everybody have a different...
Would you approach it that way? Let me ask you. Would you deal it that way that you go out and say, hi minister, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
thanks for coming.
Maybe I would have done, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would have done, but maybe I could have done both. I could have maybe done what Jess has done, because since it's a pattern. You understand, to mention the word, it's a pattern, because the Minister of Local Government went to the constituency and she has not had any prior notice, nor the councillors. So it's becoming a pattern. So she's making it aware to the people. Nothing is wrong with that. You can, as I said, you suggest that she maybe could go.
Right, but here when you wanna go, then go. Here what when you don't go there. When you don't go there now and make yourself available, here what happen now. You wanna get the truth. You just
in a sense, you
understand me?
Right.
You pray me, I say.
Yeah.
Cause I remember saying you're right there in a rado. You could have step out and just say, I want to go on here, so.
Yeah.
And see the minister
it could work that way too, but as she said, but
but looks like it leave room now for what?
Speculation,
brother. And guess what now? But the minister said there were packages for the Justice Center.
Well, there you go. Well.
It was from members of the Senate.
It was a misunderstanding. It was actually maybe gone over.
Do you see how that can cause problem in everything we're going on?
It can.
So when we speak of misinformation and the thing that you can't just say JLP more liar than PNP because.
But what I'm saying though, Vegas, the two side, they are not perfect. But we have seen in more case that the JLP have been more partisan. They have been more aggressive to me. They have been more insulting. Let me tell you this. And I'm talking. No man, let me tell you. Give another example. All right. For example, you go over. All right. I am a vlogger, or a social media person too. As I am on from time to time. Right. And if you would have maybe passed through my platform, you'd have heard even when some of my comrades, I say, run them, because when we go over with them platform, them run way and them black way and them say all sort of things about me.
That both, brother. That both sides.
What?
Yeah,
I'm saying, no, saying but Vegas, look here, no. Let me tell you this. What me I try to say.
Yeah.
And we're talking about government, but we're talking about a party too, and a party that have the track record of certain behavior and certain attitude towards
Give me an example.
people.
Give me an example from the
No,
government.
but I'm giving you the example. I'm giving you an example. So I'm saying to you, the labor rights are quicker to cuss out people. I have seen it. I have experienced it. It has happened to me. I'm not saying that some comrades don't do it, but generally the labor rights are famous for that. Yes.
Rather.
No, Vegas.
Listen. I'm not going to argue with you on that, because guess what? We'd have to go measure it, because me might have a different experience. I'm talking about it from a let's leave that part right there. Me I talk from a governmental side. When we talk about JLP, PNP, you say the JLP more partisan, and that me interesting.
One more bare face, Vegas. One more JLP, more bare face.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
And they have a problem with the truth. May I tell you the truth?
Give me an example.
In many cases.
But you understand the validity of that, though?
Yeah. All right. Look at this. Let me just, since I don't necessarily want to chart this course, but let me just say this. For example, the Prime Minister, the leader of the country, right? Have been investigated. Let me just put it in, for illicit enrichment, and he has, by the IC and so on. Yeah, no man, he has been investigated. And when he was asked the question, do you know anybody who was investigated for illicit enrichment? He said he has searched Vegas. You are asking, for example. And
no, I was not talking. I'm listening. I was not talking.
Yeah, no. So that's what I'm saying. That's an example. That's a big example as well. If you've been asked, do you know of anybody in your party that is being investigated for illicit enrichment? And you said no. You have searched far and wide and you have not seen such a person. And you, the person that said that they have not seen such a person, is the person in question. And there are other persons as well. So that is dishonesty. So when you're talking about, and that come from the head. So that's a big example. You don't need any more examples than that. And we're not going to really go into the whole matter, but I'm just giving
a reason, man.
Yeah, we are reason. You ask for example, and I give you one. That's a big one.
No, but
and there are many more.
No. But let us do that one. When did he say that? When did the Prime Minister say that?
The Prime Minister said that long time. Good while. Don't put me down to tell you exactly. It came in the media and he said it. Whether it's a year ago, 2 years ago, months ago, but he said it. You haven't heard it before?
No, but this is what I'm saying first. Yeah, I'm here now, but this is what I'm saying. We have to put it into context. You see, when they asked the Prime Minister that question, you remember when they asked him where he was? He was in the country, right? And they asked him that question. At that time, when he answered that question, according to the same report and the affidavit, he was not told yet that he was under investigation. There's a discrepancy that we missed totally.
He was not told? What do you mean he wasn't told?
The Integrity Commission did not inform. The Integrity Commission did not inform.
Investigated?
No,
man. But remember say get several letters and several calls, that he and to show up and to come to the IC, etc., etc.
Listen, So, well, listen what I'm saying, though. Well, listen what I'm saying. When that message was sent to him, him already said where you are, say already. That is something we can.
when it
That's
was
something
sent to him.
we can prove to you now, you know.
But it has been sent
That's
to him
something we
already,
can
and
pull up.
he have known it before.
No.
As I said, Vegas, let's not necessarily go back into that. You ask for example, and I give you example, and there are many more examples. You understand what I'm saying? So let's not get into that. Let's not get more into that. No, again, let's not get into that.
But what I'm saying,
because let me tell you something. Hold on, Vegas, one sec. The thing about your platform, I may not disrespect you, I may not try to talk over you or whatever. Right. But I'm saying to you, we have been through this millions of times, tons of time. We have been talking about the same thing over and over and over and over.
But
and we're basically in a reach away.
But what I'm saying is though, but one key thing that I want you to look into though, and it's something I want you to really check though. Check when he said it and go and check the affidavit. Go back and check the affidavit. Yeah? About the judicial review and all that, and check when he was told about they want to meet with him regarding looking into.
But Vegas, remember, even Vegas. Let me just bring back this to your attention.
Right.
Again, remember, even in the debates, he was asked if he's been investigated, and he said no. He said it again, you know. So that's a second time, basically. What is that? What is that?
Hold on. But you cannot prove.
Hold on, man.
Listen what I'm saying. You cannot prove that he's been investigated. Yeah. You will have to tell me who is investigating him. Who is investigating him?
Vegas, don't try to be his lawyer because he has a lot of
No, man, we are reason, bro, man. We are reason, man. Right. So no, we just a reason, man. Nobody lawyer thing, man. Nobody go there, so.
Vegas, me know you know. Vegas, me know you try to do. Me know you try to do.
And I first get a chance to have any form of discourse. No. We just have a simple discourse.
Yeah.
What may I say is, if you're saying he's an investigation and he might lie, then tell me who I investigate him and where me can find the information. That's all then. Is it something simple, bro?
He wasn't being
but are we make it so complex?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Is he not being investigated? Wasn't he being investigated?
I can't find I cannot find any record.
He haven't been.
No, he was being investigated.
You're good enough. You're good. You're good.
Listen, the Integrity Commission. Listen. The Integrity Commission. Yeah, if you want to call that an investigation when they looked into his finances, let's call it an investigation. But that investigation, they finalized it, I would guess, because they can't send an interim investigation into Parliament, don't? It has to be a final.
But Vegas, remember, said the investigation in completing is still ongoing. That's why Mocha was even put into place. The investigation is ongoing, so you can't say there's not an investigation.
By
you
who?
understand?
By who's continuing with
Vegas, come on. Listen.
No. I'm asking an honest question. I'm asking who continuing the investigation. That's all I want to know.
So hold on. So the Mocha investigation complete?
No, Mocha have nothing to do with this.
Okay. So isn't the case referred to Mocha? Wasn't it referred to Mocha?
Huh? No, sir.
Really?
FID. The FID.
FID.
Right.
Yeah.
But there is nothing on the record to say FID.
Dennis.
We're not going to say. Can I say you don't want to do that? But what I'm saying to you is that I'm not
all right,
trying
here
to
you go.
Yeah? Vegas. Well, listen, what I'm saying first. Listen quickly. I said there's no record. There's no record to say Andrew Wellness is being investigated by the FID. That's not there.
But yes, there's no record. But
right.
But I'm saying to you, I'm asking you again, wasn't the case being referred to Mocha or the FID? Wasn't it being referred to Mocha?
That
After the IC have done their thing? Can you refer to me, Mocha?
Yes, and FID, and
There
FID,
you go. There you go.
yes, acknowledge that they received it. But there is nothing on record to say that they're
Yeah.
investigating the Prime Minister. Because remember, I said one, it's under judicial review. You understand that? You prove me, I say?
No case was referred
So
to.
me hear people all the time, yeah,
But
me hear all the time people jump up and say, yeah, man, the investigation, but remember, say, it was sent to, it is under judicial review, and we not get this yet. So while the FID may have it, there's no announcement to say, yes, we are investigating the Prime Minister. Yeah, if you understand me, I say? There's nothing on record to say that.
but
So it is under
anyway,
judicial review.
you
So
say,
we know
as
we
you
just
say,
wait. We just have to just wait for that now. So you're that account where you assisted. But great reason with your brother, and respect for the respect. See?
no count. All right,
No, you
Vegas.
can't
All
count that
right,
because
Mas,
it's
take
under
it
judicial
easy.
review.
All right.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, madam.
All right, boss. All right.
Greetings, my brother. How are you doing?
Yeah, Joshua. No,
You
we
know,
tried it
I'm
one, Joshua. We tried it
respectfully
one.
to
Yeah.
have caught Rado up here because Rado is going into territories unethically so. Because one of the questions, and I know he's listening, and I'm glad he's listening, and all of his followers are listening. The laws that governs the IC and its investigation and the investigative process in Article 53.3 says that when an investigation is being carried out, it never uses even the word probe. An investigation is being carried out. No one who is associated with the investigation is allowed to comment on it or comment about it. That includes the person doing the investigation, those who may be doing administrative work pertaining to the investigation, and the person themselves who is being investigated. So for Rado and the PNP operatives to be indicating that the Prime Minister lied, that is disingenuous.
No, I don't think.
No, he said it.
I
listening.
don't think that's what he's saying though.
He said it.
In his
He said
defense.
the
No,
Prime
listen what I'm
Minister
saying. No, listen what I say.
lied.
There was a thing where the Prime Minister did say, when somebody asked him a question, I think it was in Clarendon, and he said he don't know of any investigation and no one he has searched whatever and no one.
Right. I'm
Right,
aware
but-
of that. I'm aware of
Right,
that.
so that is what he's talking about. What I'm trying to point out that the Prime Minister didn't lie,
Right.
because when the Prime Minister said that, it was before the Integrity
Right.
Commission gave
I was
notice.
also going to go there to Mr. Vegas.
Right. But I just don't want you misrepresent what him said. Though.
No. I'm not misrepresenting what he has said. I am trying to
Right.
ensure that the truth goes on the table.
Right,
Because
that is what I want to deal with the chronology of the event.
I was going to go to the chronology also. But I think it's also important to point out that even though that was not the case at the time, that even if it was a case where there were investigation, because not all probes are investigations in the strictest sense of the word, right? But even if that's the case at the time, the Prime Minister or anyone associated would not be permitted to speak or to mention that there was an ongoing investigation. It would be against the laws governing the IC rules.
Yeah, but while I agree with that, Joshua, but what you're missing, listen, I don't want you to misunderstand what was said. What I'm saying to you is, even with that, what you're saying, the Prime Minister still said that he didn't know of any such thing.
No, I was going to go there right now also to mention.
So even if him could attack yes or no,
Right.
whether him could attack yes or no.
Right.
If me
And
can
that's-
attack on something, Joshua, I may say no.
Right.
Nobody know the rare. You understand what I say?
Right.
So I want to even tell you something further. yeah, even when the Prime Minister, said that, yeah, the gag order should have prevented him from saying that too.
Right. And in addition to that, now to go to the chronology
Put him in
of
that dog.
right? Also to go to the chronology of events. At the time when the Prime Minister was actually asked the question, there was no investigation which began in relation to him.
Facts.
Right? And secondly, what Rado needs to point out, and the PNP operatives, is that at the end of the investigation, including that which included a forensic expert, a financial forensic expert, the investigation found nothing untoward regarding the Prime Minister. The PNP and their operatives is trying to use this to cast aspersions against the Prime Minister to say something is there when it's not. This matter also that they mention about, well, Rado said several times, Mocha, the FID. Even that shouldn't have happened based on if they were operating the right way, because when something has been brought to the court for judicial review, the timing to send something to the FID during that period of time before the case is finished is incorrect. So again, IC is operating ultra-virus.
Right.
Right? And we have to make sure that we keep the truth on the table, because the PNP has no intention. And I want to comment on one more thing to Mr. Vegas, that when Rado is saying that JLP are more aggressive, Rado and myself has had several discourse. I've never been aggressive towards him. He has never been aggressive towards me. I want to make that clear. None of the two of us has ever been aggressive towards each other. But I think he needs to take his emotions out of it when he's reasoning about these matters. I find him to be one of the better comrades who you're better able to reason with. But this time his emotions is too embedded in it, so he's not thinking clearly. When you're having a discussion and you're coming from two separate sides of the fence, then it's going to be clear that if we're coming from two different sides of the fence, then the person who is in opposition to you, more often than not, is going to either be directly aggressive or inadvertently aggressive, right? So that is why PNP will say that JLP is more aggressive and vice versa. What we can say without dispute is that the PNP undoubtedly, so forget about the natural aggression and pushback that may take place from both sides.
Right.
If he's going to be objective, that PNP undoubtedly will get far more nasty with their rhetoric, right, than the JLP. And I'm asking him to just objectively do that. He's an Adventist, and I think he wants to be a good Christian, and I'm not saying he's not, and I want him to understand me. Right?
Right. Total.
Right. I want him to, and for all objective PNP, to look at it, and weigh it. Just go through the videos of both PNP and JLP generally. Don't cut it up. Don't take out what is convenient, and check for yourself if PNP largely aren't the ones who are more nasty with their commentaries. Having said that, I like the fact that you presented the truth regarding the minister's visit, and for PNP, like Rado, to ask Zuleika just to explain why is it that a canvas list was sent out with just PNP supporters on it, right? And why is it that the security guards were directed to only hand out supplies to PNP supporters? It's not right.
Where the information I know?
I'll have to search for it. I'm sorry I didn't send it to you at the time.
Send it to me, please.
I found it 2 weeks ago, and I'm sorry I didn't send it to you at the time.
Send to me because the reason I ask you because when the PNP they come, I ask them for information too. So I don't want not
No,
ask you for
man,
information.
and I support that. I don't have any
Cool.
challenge. You know, I
right.
believe what is good for the goose is good for the gander. So I
No, please.
appreciate the fact that you're asking for it.
Give thanks.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Some Vegas. Good night, everybody. Little boy, I fight me off. The little boy, I fight me off.
Me.
You know, me didn't really want to come on when rather on because there's something that I need to bring clarity. Because this whole argument about the Prime Minister being investigated by FID is exactly what it is, just talk. It's not a reality. Now I want to bring your attention to the Senate when Tam Tavares Finson, a legal scholar, declared to the Senate, and we would have seen in actions that followed, declared to the Senate that the Integrity Commission has no power in law to refer an individual for investigation by an authority such as the FID or TAJ. The Integrity Commission by its, because you know it's an act of Parliament, it's a creature of Parliament. It has no authority in that to refer anyone, not just the Prime Minister, but any individual for investigation by these bodies.
Right.
So that's why the Integrity Commission, in its bid to achieve this move, wrote a letter directly to the Parliament of Jamaica asking that the Parliament of Jamaica refer their referral or support their referral or what I say no, ratify their request. And the Parliament of Jamaica did no such thing. So as such, I can declare that there's no investigation of the Prime Minister going on currently. It is just PNP propaganda and talking points. That's exactly what it is and no more.
But did FID make an announcement that they received the report though?
The report was sent to the Parliament and to the general public, so the people who in FID would have seen it. Them sending a report to the a request directly to the FID, that was never done. They sent their report to Parliament because they report to Parliament and not the government bodies.
All right, so let me read something to you. So this is from the all right. It says FID.
No, hold on. Before you mention the Gleaner, please note, people, anything with the Gleaner, you have to take it with a grain of salt. We can't use nothing in the Gleaner as a factual.
But let's try to make sense of it though. It's a FID digs in, right? But Holness could pursue judicial review of IC's decision to refer a report to financial crimes investigators.
Stop right there, sir.
So it says here.
Stop right there, sir. Is that what the Prime Minister sought judicial review for? Read that part again and ask yourself the question.
No. It's about Holness could pursue judicial reviews of IC's decision to refer a report to financial crimes.
Okay. Right. You don't need to do it because they didn't have that power.
Right. So this is why I say, as the Financial Investigation Division moves to analyze the Integrity Commission's IC report on Prime Minister's Andrew Holness Secretary declaration, the Gleaner understands that his legal team plans to pursue a judicial review of the referral. Sources have indicated that the Prime Minister is taking steps to use Section 6, subsection 3A of the Integrity Commission Act, which states that in carrying out its duties, the Commission shall not be subject to the direction or control of any other persons or authority other than the court by way of judicial review. So what the Prime Minister, what it is saying here, for them to be referring it to the Integrity, the FID, to take action, basically, I must say, at the court would have to decide that. What's it called? Done? You're walking? Huh? Talk, I can't. The dog? Call the angel to take him out. Yeah. Sorry about that, bro.
Yeah, man. Life goes on.
So what is it? What is it saying? What is it saying here, Travis? As a source have indicated that the Prime Minister is taking steps to use Section 6, Subsection 3, Subsection A of the Integrity Commission Act, which states that in carrying out its duties, the Commission shall not be subject to the direction or control of any other persons or authority. So he must say they would not be subjected to the control of the FID.
Right. The Integrity Commission no answer to anybody other than the Parliament or through the courts. That's what they're referring to in that subsection right there. So I'm saying to you, they do not have the authority. They don't have that power. It's not designed for them to do this action.
Listen, in a release yesterday, the FID said it received communication from the IC earlier in the day. Strange.
I want to point out something with the article, especially in the first part we read out.
Right.
This writer or this editor or this whatever they call them, this reporter has been speculative straight throughout. It's just speculation.
Right, but this now when it's in a release yesterday, the FID said.
Have you seen that release?
That's what I ask you. Where we can look?
I haven't seen that release. We can't look it up. Remember, let me look up it now.
It's in a release yesterday, the FID said it received communication, you know.
And in a state where it does it state where they receive communication, Pan? Does it clearly and definitively say, okay, we were reached out to regarding the referral?
But this one said no. It says quotation. It said the FID will undertake a comprehensive analysis of the Integrity Commission's report and determine what, if any, specific area may be probed in keeping with the mandate of the FID, the investigating body said. So it has said, it has going to look to see if there's anything to be.
If anything there that needs their attention.
Yes, sir. So this year's, even do I glean and I me reject it.
You have to take it with
something in there. What it's saying here in quotation, them quoting the FID. Now there's some interest in that. So the whole idea that the Prime Minister done the investigation, the FID itself says here, the FID will undertake a comprehensive analysis of the Integrity Commission's report and determine what, if any, specific area may be probed, if you want to call probe investigated there. There's nothing out there to say they are taking this step.
Even with this though, it does not declare that the IC is actively, the FID is actively investigating the Prime Minister. So even this may read furthers my argument that what they're saying is a lie. It's a lie. The IC does not have power to do this action. And that's why with the report, they sent a letter speaking directly to the Parliament saying, hey, please support this move, this illegal move we're making. Right. And that's me paraphrasing. Because
this is
what they never need special permission or need basically an arm of government to ratify this action. They would have just gone ahead and do it. Exactly. If it was in their remit to do it.
But you see, the problem with the problem with the PNP and the PNP vloggers and the comrade is them argument can't stand up to scrutiny, and that's why we have so much quarrels. And sometimes Travi.
Yeah.
I just if them just relax, I will go over the thing with the evidence, you know, so no quarrel tonight.
May I tell you exactly.
All of this quarrel and FEMA say we quarrel more than PNP. I think if sometimes we just chill and just look on the evidence, sometimes we are quarreling and the facts is right there in front of our face. Because the FID tell you straight as I say, they will say if any specific area may be probed, that the FID say.
Yep.
I want to so and when Ingram them a run round, you want to do investigation. It doesn't make any sense.
So watch this now. Me go dig and me go find just other entities quoting the FID. I'm not seeing the actual release from FID itself because that's what I want to find them. I don't want them tell me say FID say because I can't trust nothing that these people say. Someone want to see where the FID say on the matter. I'm going to look further into it. Nevertheless, I see an acknowledgement of receipt of of a formal communication, formal communication and the accompanying report from the Integrity Commission, September 19, 2024. Right? That I see him thing me as
same
thing me as upon myself.
I just conglomerate that I share information.
Exactly. But the truth is, the Integrity Commission has no power nowhere in the act where they can make this move.
Yeah.
That's why they sent the request that Parliament ratifies this thing.
But you know, say all along, even the argument when I try to make up, you know, and I say Andrew shouldn't go on a court and just turn over things and everything. They not even realize that the Integrity Commission Act was breaching its own act, you know. Section 6, subsection 3, them are breaching their own act.
Exactly.
Because listen what it's travel. Listen what I say now. Sources have identified that the Prime Minister is taking steps to use section 6, subsection 3 of the Integrity Commission Act, which states, no matter what it states, you know, listen what it states. That in carrying out its duties, the Commission shall not be subject to the direction or control of any other person or authority other than the court.
That is it. So when
they hand over them authority to a different body.
Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
Yes, sir. So let's say I read my G. A reason to it, yeah. Cool. Joshua, use the local. One more I'm out, you know. Because it's not a long night. He said that I probably a camera them afraid I platform, you know, because they don't want any evidence, you know. And that I problem we have. Once you say evidence, you know, camera afraid, you know. Camera allergic to evidence, you know. You see? I'm a hope Rado still there, you know. Rado, you saw me just read a while ago, right? Because you sound like a man of, you know, dignity. So it's important for, you be one of the persons them will use information, valid information when you make a presentation them. Because sometimes we run with what everybody has said, and in the long run we're wrong. You see? So I hope say the camera them we always run with these things. We understand, say, yo, the evidence there. Sometimes the evidence there and we just go around the evidence there. You see? The evidence is right in front of our face. Right in front of our face. And we choose to ignore it. Just like how the evidence was right there in front of Zulika Jess' face and she ignored it. Right in front of her face. Straight in her face and she ignored it. She could have just go to ask go where I go on. But no. She put out a video so the thing partisan. That means a labor right to get it. That don't make no sense. And now she look, well, she not gonna look stupid to the camera them. But she looks stupid to me. Because all she have to do is just go find out what I go on. And she don't realize say it not nothing to do with what she has say. The man give some package to some people. Specific people. He never go for do the something where she is supposed to do. As some work as a man carries it never. And that stir up anger, brethren. Because when you hear say, labor right come and give things to labor right alone. And guess what? She not gonna apologize. She not gonna take it back. Because she done already scored the goal and the ref blow whistle. And that is how the PNP decides, say I saw them around the thing. The ref already blow the whistle. You score an offside goal. The ref don't blow the whistle. And you just feel good in yourself, say you score an offside goal. And that is it. And that is what politics is. Politics are one wicked something. Offside goal score, you can't get a do over. Ref don't blow the whistle and kick off the ball. And that is what them use from poor people, or gullible people, or people who are vulnerable all of these years. Score some offside goal. It's offside goal Zulika score. And she knows the offside goal she score. She now come say how she score offside goal. She run with that, she run round, she take off her jersey and run around the field and say, yay, and celebrate. You see? Big up on yourself. The PNP vehicle of the era because they are those who are being partisan about the whole thing and a point finger. You see? And that's the problem. It's like, you blame me for something what you are do because you try to take away the attention from yourself. If you put it on me. And that's enough. You know you do something wrong, and because you don't want the attention drawn to you, you point it on somebody else. When you know say that you do, you know say it's wrong for you to do it. If you just stop do it, it come like a man a thief, you know. A man a thief, and because he knows him a thief, he don't want to get catch, so he just start call everybody else thief. You see? Him just say everybody is a thief and make him don't want the attention upon him. Him don't want that. See? So big up on yourself, give thanks to your reason, I'll for yourself. See? Zulika, you need to come apologize.